continuing with this one and then calling for problem. You see, I'm in between. I like this one. Eh? Very soon we could pop champagne. You know, when we went to the what was that? What was he reading, right? Bohem experience, right? Yeah. You know, there was this concert. They had a huge concert that day. And one of the performers was one guy who everybody in the town seems to love the guy, but he has issues with the big boy. So it's more like the stubborn one. But when the guy came on stage, it was as if he was the main artist on the day. Like everybody was just shouting, singing the songs and everything. And all the people he was beefing had performed before him. You know, and he wasn't even on the poster for the event.
So how did he get on stage?
I mean, of course, the organizers, you know, because if you can go, they put him on the blind side of everybody, and the guy stole the show. So when the guy realized that he had stolen the show, when he sings, then he shout, it pain them. You know?
So this artist.
And Charlie, Nathan.
Wait, so he happens to be a local favorite.
The local favorite.
But he has issues with who?
No, like, so everybody, he has beefs with
other artists,
including the chiefs and elders in the community. So
you want to be someone like that.
So nobody expected him to be on the bill. But he, you know, they just put him on. And the guy stole the show. He stole the show completely. To the amazement of Edem. Everybody was like, wow. And then the guy will be performing, and then you put the microphone. They pain them. Say, Charlie, this boy. If Kosi is listening, he should send me the name of the artist. I've forgotten the voice. But Fidelis will give me problem.
Hello, Dodge. The problem.
How do you know that?
But see, Nathan, this morning, we are here to report to the good people of Ghana that the honor that was done us by Africa Aquatics, the honor that was done us by Africa Aquatics to give us hosting rights for the 2026 Africa Aquatics Championships in May, we have turned down. So, Nathan, if you remember in January, the Ghana Swimming Association announced that Ghana has been confirmed as hosts of the 2026 Africa Aquatic Swimming Championships.
Yeah.
Now, the 6-day Continental Championship was expected to take place between May 5 and May 10, 2026 at the Boteman Sports Complex. Now, the edition was expected to adopt a modified format for the first time, featuring competitions for seniors, juniors, and masters, as well as interzonal championships. Now, the Bureau of Africa Aquatics expressed its appreciation to Ghana for its continued commitment and support towards the development of aquatic sports on the continent. And Ghana, according to reports, had established itself as a hub for Africa swimming, having successfully hosted several major events in recent years, including the AA Junior and Senior Swimming and Open Water Championships in 2021, the Africa Aquatic Zone 2 Junior Championships in 2023, and the Africa Aquatic Zone 2 Junior and Senior Championships in 2025. So that honor was done us because of our track record in terms of hosting competitions on the Africa continent, having the infrastructure, again, to deal with competitions of such magnitude. Yesterday, we received communication from the Ghana Swimming Association. The communication stated that Ghana was no longer in position to host the Africa Aquatic Championships that was slated for May this year. Now, Nathan, I want you to help me with the statement released by the Ghana Swimming Association.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
No, you have to turn on.
Yeah, it's on. You're on. Yeah, you're on. You're alive. Yeah.
No, I'm not.
You're alive. You're alive. You're alive. Yeah, you're alive.
Okay. Okay, all right.
Okay, yeah.
I'm not on.
Oh, okay.
You didn't want me to be part of the show.
I've brought you back.
Okay, so let me go to the statement. It's a bit of a long statement. Right. So listeners,
let's
please
take our time.
Yes, please indulge me as I take you through the statement. It's important that we understand the statement, because there are several angles to this matter. Okay, so the story or the statement is coming through from the Ghana Swimming Association, released on the 26th of March, and is sent to all clubs, coaches, stakeholders, and media houses. Now, the title of the statement is Withdrawal from the 2026 African Swimming Championships. It is with profound regret that the Ghana Swimming Association announces Ghana's withdrawal from hosting the 2026 African Swimming Championships, which was scheduled to take place from the 5th to the 10th of May 2026 in Accra. As you may recall, Ghana was awarded the hosting rights for the 2026 championships at the African Swimming Championships held in April 2025 in Cairo, a decision later confirmed by the African Aquatics Bureau. Subsequently, this honor was formally communicated to Ghana through the Honorable Minister for Sports and Recreation and the Ghana Swimming Association on the 16th of October 2025. In furtherance of this, the association on November 14, 2025, formally notified the ministry and sought its approval and acceptance to proceed with hosting the championships. Regrettably, no formal response has been received from the ministry to date. Further, the preparations towards hosting of the championships have been significantly undermined by the linking of ongoing internal governance challenges in the association to the hosting of the championships by individuals wielding governmental authority and influence. As you may be aware, the association's scheduled elective congress in October 2025 was illegally disrupted by national security personnel employed by some of the aspirants using their link to government, even though no injunction had been granted by a court of competent jurisdiction. Also, despite the initial avowal by the NSA to support the Ghana Swimming Association to resolve the concerns of these aspirants, it subsequently unilaterally communicated to World Aquatics a withdrawal of its recognition of the association in Ghana, without due consideration of the adverse consequences of such an action on the development and administration of swimming in the country. Subsequently, upon a petition submitted by the Honorable Minister, a tripartite meeting was convened between officials of the Ghana Swimming Association, the National Sports Authority, and the aggrieved aspirants. At that meeting, the parties agreed upon and executed a roadmap intended to resolve the impasse. In good faith and in interest of restoring institutional stability, the association made substantial concessions, including the ceding of aspects of its electoral process to an electoral committee to operate under the supervision of the ministry. Right. The key mandate of the electoral committee was to put in place guidelines to regulate the conduct of the elections in accordance with the constitution of the Ghana Swimming Association. Notwithstanding this mandate, the chairperson of the NSA came to the first meeting of the electoral committee with already prepared guidelines. This was rejected by a formal letter dated 17th February 2026 because the purported guidelines were curated to accept everything submitted by the disgruntled aspirants and were completely at variance with the provisions of the constitution of the association. Notwithstanding the foregoing, the chairperson of the NSA has persistently sought to compel the Ghana Swimming Association to adopt certain guidelines, albeit without success. This has culminated in an implicit threat and ultimately a refusal to support the hosting of the championships, as evidenced by the ministry's failure to inaugurate the local organizing committee. This refusal, apologies, is further demonstrated by the sequence of events that followed. For instance, considering the pressing timelines for the championships, the Ghana Swimming Association formally wrote to the Honorable Minister inviting nominations to the LOC. Subsequently, by a letter dated February 16, 2026, the ministry requested the association to submit proposed names for the LOC for ministerial approval. Although this request was inconsistent with the association's established governance framework and constitution, the association complied in good faith by submitting the requested nominations. At the same time, the association requested the ministry's nominees and proposed a date for the inauguration of the LOC. Despite these efforts, and with less than 6 weeks remaining before the scheduled championships, the LOC had still not been inaugurated. The Ghana Swimming Association again wrote to the Honorable Minister on March 16, 2026, and undertook further engagements with the NSA, the Honorable Minister, and relevant officials, urging the immediate inauguration of the LOC to enable preparatory work to commence. While the Honorable Minister initially indicated a willingness to proceed, the NSA and its board chair subsequently advised the championships could not be held unless and until the outstanding electoral issues within the association had been resolved. Regrettably, the ministry and the NSA have arrived at this decision belatedly, when over 43 countries had already confirmed their participation, the majority of which had proceeded to make travel arrangements. It is further concerning that matters relating to the holding of the elective Congress, for which the Ghana Swimming Association has demonstrated full cooperation and are being leveraged as a bargaining chip for the association to compromise its constitution and established electoral rules as a prerequisite for hosting the championships. The Ghana Swimming Association remains committed to principles of integrity, fairness, and the protection of its constitutional processes. It is, however, unable to disenfranchise its regional reps or compromise its electoral framework to accommodate individuals who are not yet members of the association. These continued attempts by the NSA to alter these processes risk undermining both the governance of the sport and Ghana's reputation in the international sporting community. This development presents a significant setback for swimming in Ghana and reflects a continued lack of commitment to its development despite the association's sustained efforts to advance the sport, often with limited governmental support. It is also regrettable that the implications of this withdrawal have far-reaching consequences on the reputation, that Ghana has courted for itself in the last few years as a credible host of international championships and competitions. Additionally, there is a risk of a hefty fine of not less than $100,000, which Ghana must pay, failing which we will not be eligible to participate in future international swimming championships. It also jeopardizes the government's investment in developing the Baltimore Aquatic Center, given that Ghana's credibility to host the championships in the foreseeable future has been completely eroded by this decision.
Sporty FM.
In conclusion, the Ghana Swimming Association has taken this decision as a last resort after exhausting all reasonable efforts to secure the necessary institutional support and coordination required to successfully host the championships. We deeply regret the inconvenience caused to all participating nations, clubs, coaches, athletes, partners, and the broader aquatic community. The association remains committed to working with all relevant stakeholders to restore confidence, resolve outstanding governance issues, and ensure a stronger foundation for the future development of swimming in Ghana. Yours faithfully, Mohammed Muniru Kasim, General Secretary, Ghana Swimming Association.
Thank you very much, Nathan. It was a long one, but, we have to be patient for you to deliver this sermon. You see, Nathan, the problems of the Ghana Swimming Association started when, post the expiration of their tenure in June 2025, they decided to hold on to power.
Sporty FM.
Okay? So, Delphina Ko is the president. And then you just mentioned the General Secretary's name.
Mohammed Munir.
And then there's Farida Idris, who is the treasurer. And then there are other members of the Swimming Association. There's the first vice chair, vice president, and all of them are part. So they formed an executive council managing the affairs of Ghana Swimming. Indeed, their tenure came to an end. And what they needed to do then was to make sure there was a proper roadmap for elections to be held. And if they stay on, they stay on. If they are kicked out, they are kicked out. But you see, a faction within the swimming community. So when we talk about Ghana Swimming Association, it's made up of swimming clubs. So swimming clubs should have national representation. So from all the 16 regions, there are clubs that would form the Ghana Swimming Association.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, 6 clubs raised objections with regards to how Ghana Swimming Association was being run. Some of the things they put out was that they were expected to receive updates, financial updates, audited accounts, reports. All of those things were not happening during the tenure of this particular administration. Again, they had concerns with even the statement of poll that was issued and the eligible people who were supposed to vote on election day, if they were supposed to have an election. There were lots of concerns. Okay. So those 6 clubs petitioned World Aquatics, citing all of these things that should have been done that were not done, especially when it comes to the running of Ghana Swimming Association. They were concerned. So they presented all the facts they had on paper and submitted same to World Aquatics. And that prompted World Aquatics to reach out to Ghana Swimming Association and tell them to do the right thing, do the needful, conduct elections, and if you stay on as the executives, fair enough. If you lose your elections, you move on. But Nathan, according to the petitioners, they are supposed to have a list of delegates who would vote as per the constitution of the Ghana Swimming Association. And so what they were seeing, they were very uncomfortable with the arrangements then. So from refusal to provide audited accounts for over 10 years in power, and a financial report as per the dictates of their constitution, they felt that, look, the General Assembly needed a lot of information they were not getting. And they were not satisfied with the work of this current administration. So the current administration received stiff opposition from another group or other members who are trying so hard to also have a free and fair election. And if they are voted for, they would come in and steer the affairs of Ghana's women. And if there need to be changes, they will do changes. What happened then? The current administration decided to send them a notice of poll, including 10 regional representatives who were not from any regional association. They brought a criteria where coaches, technical men, and all of those groups were going to be part of the voting. And all of them said, look, all of these things you want to introduce are not part of our constitution. It is almost as if you want to pad the numbers so that things will go in your favor because you are obviously bringing those people in. And that triggered an injunction on the election that was supposed to have been held on October 11.
Okay.
So there was an injunction. But the executives again decided to go ahead with the elections because, according to them, they were not served. That was what warranted the national security intervention they stated in that letter. So remember, October 11, the election didn't happen. The delegates they brought in came to vote, but the election didn't happen. They still hang on to power. This matter has been on for months, weeks. The NSA has been involved, the sports ministry has been involved, until it got to a point where the NSA had to crack the whip. The NSA realized that this discussion was going nowhere. So the NSA on I think, January 7, 2026,
This is Sporty.
sent a letter to the president of the Ghana Swimming Association, notifying them that they had withdrawn their recognition. NSA had withdrawn its recognition for the Ghana Swimming Association. NSA followed up with a letter to World Aquatics, telling them to come up with a normalization committee of a sort to come and steer the affairs of the Ghana Swimming Association. All because of this power struggle within the swimming space. Post that, the Minister for Sports and Recreation now, okay, very well. The Minister for Sports and Recreation now constituted a 5-member committee to sit between the feuding factions and try to settle this matter amicably.
Okay.
Now let me tell you what happened.
Sporty FM.
Now let me tell you what happened. In the course of all of this, Nathan, the minister asked the director, the board of the NSA board chair.
Okay.
Professor,
Dr. Awa.
he's professor now.
He's professor now.
Yes.
Oh, wow. He's
Professor
upgraded.
Fedawa.
Okay. Congrats to you.
Yes.
I didn't know that an upgrade had been done.
Professor to sit and settle this impasse. Because, of course, the sports ministry was aware of the hosting of this competition. The NSA was aware. So let's try and settle this matter quickly. Because there are two feuding factions. Those who want to contest in an election and those who feel that they are being stopped from contesting in the election, or those who feel the system wants to skew things in their favor. So these were the two groups. So Dr. Fedawa constituted a 5-member committee, 2 from those who are on the other side and 2 from the current executives or the current managers of Ghana Swimming Association. So Dr. Fedawa was the arbiter in between. Now meetings have been held, okay? Meetings had gone on, but it was almost as if they were never getting to an agreement. Meetings have been held between the sports minister, the NSA boss, to try and resolve this matter. Roadmaps have been put in place, but Nathan, at every step of the way, there has been stiff opposition from the Ghana Swimming Association current executives. So, in some of the meetings, Nathan, and I'll tell you this on authority, in some of the meetings, agreements were made. So, some of the agreements were that all 19 clubs listed on the original notice of poll, which includes Peak Lyceum and Splashville Water Park, were eligible to vote. There was an agreement.
Sporty FM.
Proxy voting for election is excluded pursuant to the GSA Constitution.
Okay.
So there was a lot of proxy voting. So Nathan will come and say, oh, I'm coming to vote on behalf of Coach Sefa. I will come and say I want to vote on behalf of Immortal. All of these things didn't bode well for those who felt that the system wasn't going to be transparent. So it was agreed that all of these things be expunged.
Okay.
Again, regional representatives are excluded. The constitution requires that representatives from regional associations and committees agree that there was indeed no regional association. So some of the regions, Nathan, there was no regional association.
Okay.
But suddenly, the representatives from some of these regions expected to vote. Again, it didn't sit well with the people who were contesting in the election. They felt something was wrong. Then, the Association of Coaches. According to the constitution of the Swimming Association, there was nobody like that. There was nobody within the swimming space like that. And so, they were not eligible to vote. Until the constitution ratifies that all of those people be added. That couldn't have been done in the election that was before them. And then, again, there was an agreement that the election will be conducted by Electoral Commission of Ghana. And the current board of GSA must present an activity report and audited accounts at the elective congress. Nathan, this agreement was done in a meeting, and all of them were supposed to agree on the 16th March meeting. Now, according to reports, Delphina Kwe did not agree to a lot of the things that were proposed in there.
And do we know why?
Only to return with a newly drafted constitution to be used instead of the current constitution. And that request was declined by the chairman as being unrealistic. So this is where the issue started. Why would you bring in a new draft for approval when we all know what is already in the system? So that is where the problem started. And then subsequent to that, the chairman called another meeting on the 24th. And the group attempted to again renegotiate the terms they had all agreed on earlier. So, Nathan, all the meetings that were held were exercises in futility.
Wow.
The Ghana Swimming Association current board and executive members held a very firm line. And of course, Nathan, in dialogue, in trying to resolve problems, that was never going to hold. That is why eventually we had to arrive at this position.
So if I get you right, all the parties have held their stances. Nobody is willing to compromise.
Yes.
Nobody is willing to bend.
But one came with the book, the Constitution, and its dictates. And one also came with explanations and trying to get everybody to agree to their side of things, which clearly didn't sit well in the meeting. So they requested that, the LOC, they were requesting for an LOC to be constituted so that they'll see to the hosting of the competition.
Okay.
And they kept pushing for that with all of these challenges hanging. And the chairman explained that, look, the minister's directive was clear. Let us hold an election within the shortest possible time. Whatever happens post the election, an LOC will be formed, and then that LOC will see to the organization of the competition, and then everything just falls in place, and then we move on. But Nathan, that again did not happen.
Sporty FM.
There was no agreement on the side of the GSA, the parties that presented the petition, in that meeting. So Nathan, the ministry or the chairman had no option than to halt all discussions and express the sports ministry's position on this matter. If there's no peace within the space, and your legal mandate to even steer the affairs of Ghana Swimming Association has been challenged, because of course your tenure has come to an end, then clearly, Nathan, what locus do you have claiming you want to host a competition of this sort, of this magnitude?
Yeah.
So let's shelve those plans until all the internal bickering, all the internal challenges within the Ghana Swimming Association is resolved. It's as simple as that. So that is how they arrived at the decision for Ghana to pull out of hosting the competition. So it is purely down to the feuding factions within the Ghana Swimming Association.
But the statement I read, the Swimming Association makes it look like,
This is Sporty FM.
or they are pointing fingers to some other people who say that they have government influence and all of that?
Nathan, the long and short of the matter is they have not played ball
With
at the resolution table.
who have not?
The
They have
Ghana
not.
Swimming Association.
Has not played ball with who?
They've not played ball with the team trying to resolve the impasse. The chairman of the NSA board, who again steered affairs in terms of trying to resolve this conflict, and the other side, who are calling for the right things to be done within the swimming space.
So the people on this other side are also part of the swimming
They are
association.
part of the swimming association.
Okay.
So they took the matter to court, and they were called upon to withdraw the matter from court, so that they come to the table and try to solve this thing. Only for them to meet stiff opposition from the current handlers of the swimming association. You get me? So this is why we are where we are. It is not because of NSA. It is not because of the sports ministry. Of course, they have no interest in some of these internal wranglings that go on within associations. Okay, they have no issues when it comes to who leads which federation or who leads which association. All they need to do is to make sure these federations play within the laws of the NSA,
Okay.
within the laws of their own constitution. So there was no interest from the state whatsoever in deciding who becomes the boss of swimming association. All they needed was peace within that space. That was it. But here we are today. Ghana would miss an opportunity to host the competition. Talents who are expecting to participate from junior to senior to masters will not get a chance to participate because of the power struggle within the swimming space. It's as simple as that. And that release from the Ghana Swimming Association was one-sided. It failed to bring into context everything that happened prior to this stage. Nathan, why would the NSA withdraw their recognition? Why would the NSA do that? Why did the NSA do that? Why did the minister set up committees to look into this matter and get it resolved? Of course, there were challenges. And if there's noise in the room, Nathan, if there's so much noise in the room, how do you go and host a competition of this magnitude?
Of course.
So this is where we are as far as swimming is concerned.
Hi.
So now we don't know when the elections will be held.
Okay.
We don't know how it's going to be organized. As things stand now, everybody is hanging by a thread.
Okay.
So Ghana will not host the competition.
Sporty FM.
And it's everybody's loss. It's Ghana's loss. It's a loss for the Ghana Swimming Association and its current executives. It's a loss for the swimmers. And this shouldn't be happening, Ethan. This shouldn't be happening. Yeah. When Ketu Kreku tells us that the GFA is the most organized sports federation in Ghana, you understand? You now understand. No, Nathan, you understand?
Yes. I completely understand.
Some of the other federations, I mean, well. But Nathan, I rest my case. It's a good time to get into the Ghana Premier League preview and some interesting games to look forward to this weekend. Nathan has all the games, and Coach Ebenezer Sifa, as always, is here with us to get into the preview, of some of these games. Coach, good morning to you and welcome.
Good morning, Ray.
You're looking good.
This is Sporty FM.
Oh, Coach, look at me. Coach, do you have a problem with me?
Yes.
Pinima Michel.
There's another weekend where the Ghana Premier League is featuring, and all kinds of. We are at a very interesting point. It's a pressure point now. Teams like Mediama, Gold Stars realize that every single game they play now means something.
Yes.
Every single game they play will mean something. Match week 21. Let's go through the fixtures. Vision at home to Basake Holy Stars. Aduana versus Asante Kotoko. That's the biggest game of the round. I'm sure we'll start with that. Hearts of Oak at home to Swedru All Blacks. Kasim Mingle is coming to face Hearts of Oak. Hohoe United, they are at home to Dreams, but they are not playing in Hohoe. We'll figure out where they are playing next. Karela take on Gold Stars. Nations FC welcome Brikum Chelsea. Samatex, who I think gave us the most disappointing results from last weekend, they are at home to Bechem, and the Young Apostles take on Pando Heart of Lions. So those are the games. Because let's begin with the biggest one.
That is
Ediana hosting Asante Kotoko.
I was just reading something this morning. Ediana is saying that they know how to get the net. They know how to get the net. It tells you that they know how to score. And I went back to check the records. The last 5 games at Doma between Ediana and Kumasi Asante Kotoko. Ediana has just won once.
Okay.
Kotoko has won twice. So it tells you that we know the net. Probably it will be against a different club, not against Asante Kotoko. But maybe they've forgotten about that. And this is a crucial game. Adriana, for me, lost painfully to Bechem Atana for Suji Abo last Sunday. And Kotoko were laughing to the bank when they beat Nations by 3, not just 1. 3 goals to 0. First time Kotoko beat the Adriana in the Ghana Premier League. So it tells you
Nations,
that look,
you mean? First time
Nations in the Ghana Premier League. So it tells you that Kotoko are poised and Adriana are also ready for them. And I listened to Ajima Bedu yesterday. You know, he's the international relation officer for Adriana Football Club, and he was talking about how ready they are, how prepared they are, and he believes that at the end of the day, the 3 points has to stay at Doma. So he's even in Doma helping Atapuku and the rest to be able to beat Kotoko. But it's going to be a difficult game. Let's look at Adriana at home. Adriana, I must say that Adriana are playing under pressure anytime they play at home.
Okay.
Because their fans always want to see.
That's true.
You know, previous years when you go to Doma and they talk about Oja, definitely you hear the loud voices of the Adriana fans, especially behind the opposing technical bench, behind the technical team and all that. But this time, since Atapuku has been able to bring some sanity into the Adriana supporters group, so when they go away from Doma, they have about 2, 3, 4 buses that goes with the team. So the players feel that they are playing at home and they have their supporters at their back. But this is a game where I see Chioba Aristika coming in very strong at the back of his mind that in the FA Cup, they were able to go to Kumasi to eliminate Kotoko on penalties.
Yes.
In the first round of the league, they went to Kumasi to take the lead for Kotoko to come back to get the equalizer. So he believes that at their own backyard, they should be able to win against Kumasi and Asante Kotoko. But on the other hand, he's also looking at his players where he's going to pick from. So, of course, Prince Osei, the goalkeeper, has done so well through the FA Cup, the Ghana Premier League. You know, he went to Ghana as a second goalkeeper.
Okay.
That is the first choice goalkeeper, Gogrin of being from Brikum Chelsea, got injured. And ever since he had a chance of being in the post, he has been fantastic. And he has become more or less a shadow number 1 for Adriana. So more often he's always been in post. Remember Adumako as a right back. For William Deji to sit down, for Abubakar Adams to play, tells you that Shoba has got a lot of options. Anochibedu got
That's why at left back.
At left back.
Yes.
Anochibedu got injured. Kufo, who has played for Bechem Nations, got in, and he has have a good partnership with the captain for the side, that is Isaac Alex Boachi. When it comes to the midfield, they have a certain Maxwell Atta from formerly of Dreams FC. He has also played for Karela. He used to play as a right back. Now he's a pivot for Adriana. They have Seydou Sana. They have my father, who used to play for Future Stars in Kumasi. And now look at the attack. They have Hennessy Namponsa. They have Emmanuel Mafo. They have a host of players that they can pick from. But playing at Doma, if Adriana wants to win a game, they normally try to control the midfield. And then they use where especially Hennessy Namponsa operates. You know, in the FA Cup, he won the MVP for them at Nanafosu Giabo. For Kotoko, you're looking at Aziz Dari. You know, in the league, Aziz Dari was imposed when he made that mistake for Adriana to score the first goal. He's going to be imposed due to the suspension of Kamara when he had a red card at Karela at the Ali Muhammad Sports Stadium. Kotoko is coming to this game with the mindset that, look, we've beaten a team that we struggle ever since they joined the Ghana Premier League. So why can't we go into Doma? We've gone there. We've been able to have 2 victories at that venue, so we can go there. I mean, Emmanuel Korte, for me, has done very well. Returning from that ACL injury has been fantastic. He has been very solid, and I think that he will be good to start ahead of Joseph Amwa, who is a left-footed but has been improvised to play at the right back. Patrick Asido has been solid ever since returning from injury. Now Samba O'Neill and of course Zakaria Fuseni. Zakaria Fuseni, ever since joining Kotoko, has played 2 solid games that for me has been very impressed against Young Apostles in Wenchi, where he won the MVP, and against Nation Session. So if he should continue like that, I think he's going to have a very good partnership with Samba O'Neill. The problem is going to be the midfield. Prince Badu, Seth Kojo, is he going to be Baba Yaya, Hubert Jawu, Emmanuel Lempi? Where is he going to pick from? But that is Coach Prince. He knows how to go about this thing. Sakadara is also injured. They have Peter Amidu Aqua. On a very good day, Kotoko can count on the pace of Peter Amidu Aqua. Now Albert Amwa is back. I mean, after scoring that wonderful goal against Nations, the confidence is there. I mean, Murphy, those who came from the bench, he also scored. And they have Yakubu Moro. So these are the players Prince will pick from. But looking at both teams at Doma, it's going to be a KG encounter, especially the Medford, where Seydou Sana is a Kumasi boy. Always want to prove to Kotoko that look, he's very strong. Bafama is also a Kumasi boy, and they have the likes of Maxwell Atta. So it's going to be a very difficult game for Kumasi and Sante Kotoko. Based on the background drop that Adriana has picked a point from the first leg, also come to Baba Yara to eliminate them from the FA Cup. And of course, we also saw how Zito also left Kumasi and Sante Kotoko. So Coach Prince now being the acting head coach, would love to make a case for himself. He has broken the chains between Kotoko and Nation Session. It's going to be a difficult game, but I see Kotoko drawing or winning this game.
Okay, all right.
Well,
Kotoko.
Ray. Let me jump in quickly. I have exclusives from the Black Stars camp. If you permit me to break in. I mean
this is breaking, so you can break.
This is breaking, so let me break. So, Nathan, according to reports I'm picking from the Black Stars camp in Austria,
yes,
the Black Stars camp has been hit by robberies.
Hey!
The Black Stars team camp, as we speak, has been hit by robberies. Now, reports I have received indicates that 2 days ago, when the boys returned from training, they realized that some of the rooms had been broken into. Okay?
Wow.
I mean, valuables had been picked from some of the players' rooms. Now, 2 key players of the Black Stars lost valuables. 2 Rolex watches have been mentioned. Now, 1 Rolex watch, we are told, cost $20,000. Now, when the report was made to the hotel to try and investigate all of this, they now realized that
Sporty
the cameras in the hotel, in fact, they look like cameras, but they're actually dummies. So the camera could not, the camera could not play back anything. Could not play back anything that happened on the floors. So 2 players lost valuables, including 2 valuable Rolex watches. Again, when they returned from training yesterday, one of the technical team members reported that his bag in his room had been broken into. He lost 2,250 United States dollars.
Wow.
So it's almost as if when the Stars go out to train,
Those operators will come in.
People who have access cards break in and then do their operations and then move away. They've involved the police. They've brought in all the people who are supposed to help. But of course, so all of this has kind of unsettled camp a bit. You have 2 very, very important players of the squad, losing valuables like this ahead of a big game against Austria. So a bit of psychological issues in camp as we speak. So all is not well within the Black Stars camp, especially with regards to off-the-field matters. That is the report I'm getting from Austria at the moment.
Okay, so information reaching us, as Raymond Nyamado has indicated, that there have been some robbery attacks at the Black Stars team hotel in Vienna. 2 players, according to what we've gathered, have lost valuables, and a member of the technical team has lost about $2,200. And Raymond, from what you're saying, the hotel cannot give them CCTV footage because the thing that they've connected to the wall that looks like a camera is not a camera. It's just something.
Yes, it's a dummy.
It's a dummy.
That's an interesting.
And the information reaching you is that the Black Stars team officials have involved the police.
Yeah, they've involved the police
in Vienna. So they have reported the case, and the police is looking into it.
Absolutely. It's not a good situation. I mean, you know.
And this came from sources close to the team.
These are very credible sources.
Very credible sources close to the team.
Yeah,
so for now, we'll treat them as reports that we've heard.
Yeah, reports that we've heard.
Yes.
But very credible reports that we've heard. Very, very credible reports. I mean, here at Sporty, we don't put out what we don't know.
No, of course.
Yeah, we don't.
But we still have to.
Of course, but we don't put out what we don't know.
So info coming through. We will keep an eye on this.
So I'll be keeping an eye on the development, and so you and coach can continue your Ghana Premier League. As and when I have more updates for you,
okay,
I'll quickly join you and bring you there.
All right, thank you so much, Raymond Yamado, with some breaking news coming in.
It's very sad. Sometimes you ask yourself why these things happen, and you may not understand. I mean, a country like Austria and a hotel, Black Stars will not just go and lodge at any hotel. I'm sure the hotel themselves knows what it takes. After all, it's not really the Black Stars probably goes there to lodge there. I'm sure the police will do a good job and probably come out with something. I mean, for now, I think the technical team of the Black Stars, the psychologists that are in the team should be able to psych those key two players if they are to start today's game, and then probably we can get something best out of them. I believe so.
Yes, we'll keep an eye on that. Cause let's just go back to this game. You are predicting that Asante Kotoko to get a point or all three.
Yes,
at Aduana.
It was for Aduana to put at their site that they know the net. And I'm saying that out of the 5 games that has been played at Doma,
between Aduana and Kotoko,
Aduana has just won 1.
1 out of 5.
Yes, and then Kotoko has won 2.
So the rest being draws.
So it tells you that 2 has been drawn. So it tells you that Kotoko has upper hand when they go to Doma, especially in the last 5 games. And at the backdrop of they breaking the chains between them and the nations, a team that have suffered to beat, being it at Babayara, Abrankesi or Boase, they suffered in their hands. And for Kotoko not to just beat them 1-2, just 3 goals, tells you that probably in terms of confidence or going into the game with a positive mindset between both teams, Aduana lost to Bechem United. So Kotoko has the advantage, and I'm saying that with the backdrop of what I've just told you, Kotoko stands the chance of drawing this game or winning the game. On Sunday.
All right, let's go through some more of the games. Today, Mediama take on 11 Wonders.
Yes,
Mediama are going back home. It's been a very, very tough time.
In their last 5 games, they've really struggled, and the fans are not happy with Coach Ibrahim Tanko. One official told me they are blaming Coach Tanko, and I was trying to explain something to him about coaching and how it works. And I asked him a simple question that, look, the game that Aduana played with Samates at Summerboy, if that game should have been in the first round of the league, how will he has described Coach Tanko in the team? Oh, Komaya idea. Do you get my point?
Yeah.
Komaya idea. All Blacks are Swedru. If at that scoreline 0-0 have been in the first round of the league, what will have said to Coach Ibrahim Tanko? He's saying Komaya idea. I said fine. So it tells you that look, second round of the league every season is very tough. And it's not easy to go to Summerboy. They have not lost a game at home. So for Tanko to go there to pick a point, it's a plus. And of course, at the end of the day, I keep on saying that, look, all the teams started from point 0. You give credit to all Baby any Gold Stars. They've been consistent. Tanko has not been consistent because he has been missing some opportunities. Before they are lost to Hohoi, they had not lost a game at home. Likewise, Gold Stars. As it stands, Gold Stars has not lost a game at home. So Mediama's downfall of performance, or probably from the top of the bottom of the league to the second spot, is the game against Hohoi United that they lost. And for me, you had the opportunities, even against Aduana. There was a 90th-minute penalty for a player to score. So at the end of the day, sometimes you also have to look between the lines. What causes the team to drop, and what also causes the team not to be able to win. But at the end of the day, playing against 11 Wonders, I mean, someone we sit there and say that they are the whipping boys, but forgetting that the players have motivated themselves. They want to do well. Probably at the end of the season, Mediama can even come for them.
Yeah.
Nations can come for them. Kotoko House of Folk can come for them. And even their coach, a club can also come and say, no, let me go for the coach, because the Gold Star, Baby Gold Stars coach used to handle this team. I've just forgotten it. I'll just get it to you. And they were relegated. So if a team is relegated and the coach does very well, of course, you clearly see.
Yeah.
So for me, I think that it is good. Mediama takes this game very serious. They shouldn't underrate the effort and what 11 Wonders is bringing on board. It's at 3 p.m. and it's coming live on TV. So for Coach Ibrahim Tanko, he thinks that this should be the turning point for Mediama. And if they're able to win today, they'll go on top of the league today with the results, Gold Stars and then Karela in Tamale. So, but looking at both teams, I think that in terms of player individual quality, Mediama is on top of their game, on top of quality than 11 Wonders. What will motivate Mediama players to go and kill the game is when we win today, we'll be on. I expect the likes of Manuel Mante, the likes of Salim Adams, Derek Fojo, Kevin Nkrumah, Nana Kofi Babo. These are guys on a very good day. I mean, looking at the attack, Kevin Obin, the likes of Salam Adam and the rest. So it's going to be a very difficult game. But at the end of the day, I expect Coach Ibrahim Tanko to win not less than 2 goals.
All right. So Mediama tipped for the win against Wonders. Accra Hearts of Oak, they are also in need of a home win. They haven't won at home in a while. They take on Swedru All Blacks, struggling All Blacks. Hearts of Oak, we heard that they were going back to the Accra Sports Stadium.
They are
gone. So
gone.
This game will be played at the Accra
back
Sports
to
Stadium.
Batan. I mean, we heard them talking about they can't score at Accra Sports Stadium, so we are going to Legon. And you remember in their first 3 games at the Legon Sports Stadium, they scored, they won. So it was like, you understand? And then at 4 games on the row, you have not been able to put even a single ball at the back of the opponent. It speaks a lot of issues about attack of House of Folk, potent of the House of Folk team in terms of goal scoring. So they're moving back to Accra Sports Stadium. And of course, Benjamin Asare is in Austria. Probably is going to start today for the Blasters. So there's a certain Solo Agbashi who made his first game for House of Folk against All Blacks. For House of Folk fans to get to know that we have a competent and a very good goalkeeper in the person of Solomon Goshi. He was against All Blacks, where he was fantastic on the day. Today, this game is coming on, I think on Sunday at Accra Sports Stadium. Mingle All Blacks and clearly see that he has really worked. You can see his fingerprints, the kind of game that they play. Rudolph Mensah has struggled to score. Last year, he scored 27 goals out of 30 games in the Division 1 League. He came into the Premier League. He has scored only 7. In their last game that they won, he was the one who scored the goal. So probably the confidence is back. But it's going to be a difficult game for Swedru Blacks. In their last away 2 games that they won at the Legon Sports Stadium. And they believe that coming back to Accra, if they wish, they could have gone to Legon. And House of Folk probably knowing that we can score, and these people have come probably, and House of Folk has moved back. But on a more serious note, I think House of Folk have a very decent defense. I've always talked about their goalkeeping department, the defense line, and probably the midfield of Opon Fane or Raphael and Ponsa. And then you can have the person of Abdul Karim. On a very good day, you can trust Karim to be able to support the attack. But the problem for House of Folk is the attack. I love the way he runs in the game. He fights for every ball. But the decision making of Hamza has been a problem. And how to have patience to be able to put the ball there has also been my problem. I mean, Frank Duku Abra, I always ask a lot of questions how House of Folk got him and I have not been able to use him, or he has not been able to work hard for House of Folk supporters to admire him. Maru Wayo, I don't remember the last time he scored for House of Folk, though he's playing very well. This game is going to be a difficult for All Blacks, I must say, but at the end of the day, it's either a draw for House of Folk or the 3 points stay Accra or Accra House of Folk.
All right, let's talk about Gold Stars and Karela. Karela hosting Gold Stars. Mediama will have an interest in this game.
Of course.
Because of what it could potentially do for them.
Of course. And I believe Gold Stars also have interest in today's game. and when I heard somebody talking about the only team that came to defeat Gold Stars at Baby Any was Karela. At that point, Karela, if they had lost that game, they would be in Division 1 by now. So they came to win that game. And I told the person, do you remember last two seasons? Karela went to Takwa to beat Pidiema. And in that game, if they had also lost, they would have been in Division 1. So at the end of the day, you look at both coins. But Karela has been very strong. Apart from some others that gone there to beat them, all the teams that have been there have really, really suffered. But they lost 2-0 to Samuel Bodu in Brekum last weekend, and they believe that they cannot afford to lose again at home. This time, making it 2 straight losses is going to be a difficult game. But for Baby Any Ghost Stars, they believe that if they're able to win this game, there are less home games against nations, and probably they will love to maintain the home run and then probably extend the lead between them and then Mediema before they go to Takwa to play Mediema. So it's going to be a difficult game. But you cannot trust Baby Any Ghost Stars. Where you expect them not to do well away from home, they go to excel. When they went to Pando, we saw it. It was a difficult game, but they went and they took it easy. When they were going to Pando, we all thought that Bashir Ford at that point will come back out of the shell to probably have the other 3 points. And we saw Ghost Stars going to do their own thing. So at Tamale at Ali Mama Sports Stadium, it's going to be a difficult one. But I think that a slim win for Karela United in this particular game.
Okay, Karela to win by a slim one. Nations are coming back home after losing to Kotoko last weekend. Coach, you are taking on Brekum Chelsea at Abraham Kese.
Yes. I was surprised the way Nations played against Kumasi Asante Kotoko. I thought Frimpong Mason made it easy for Coach Prince in terms of the way they were playing, because it was obvious that Razak Simpson was the one who always wanted to send a long ball behind the Kotoko left back for Emmanuel Ano, and it kept coming and coming and coming. At a point, Patrick Asiedu was able to close down on Ano, so Ano has to change and then move to the right. And Kote did a very good job on him. So if Razak Simpson gets the ball and he doesn't get somebody in Milford, in Zoli, who will be able to get the ball 10 and find Sulemana, and he has to go the long way. And Kotoko were at the low block. Sporty. They also tried to use Albert Amo as the target man anytime he gets the ball, because they realized that physically he can battle Razak Simpson, which he did. And for me, in Milford, Hubert Yahoo and I think Prince Badu did very well. Initially, Prince Badu, anytime he wins possession, he struggles to do something with the ball. But in the second half, I don't know what Coach Prince told him, he became very effective in the second half. So Nations going back to Abrankese with that kind of defeat. Frimpong will love to bring the smiles back on his fans. But Abrankese, they are very solid. They've not lost a game there. But last season or so, before Nations lost a game, it was a difficult one at Abrankese for all the teams that visited. But it took Brekum Chelsea to go there to bring that chance. If Samobodu can go there and do same, it is going to be a difficult one. But their game in the FA Cup and Nanafosu Giabo, it ended 0-0, whereby Samoten Edu stole the show in Milford. Can they repeat that performance again against Nations? If they're able to do, I will not be surprised the game will end in a draw. But I think that Nations will be too strong for Brekum Chelsea at Abrankese.
All right, let's talk about Samatex. They recorded probably the most disappointing result last week. They drew with 11 wonders. They are at home to Bechem United this weekend.
8 matches to go. They believe that they cannot win in the league. The top 4 will be difficult for them. They are not going to relegation. Probably they need to have a position whereby they will be respected. So for them not to win games, especially against 11 Wonders, it was a painful one. But their home is a fortress. They are yet to lose a game. So Bechem United, who is also not performing well away from home. But there's a certain Okesinokra, anytime he plays for Bechem United and you allow him that spaces, then you are doomed. But I think it's going to be a difficult one for Bechem when it comes to the Century Sports Stadium at Enyinase. It's going to be a difficult one. The likes of Godfred Osei, the likes of Samet Che, the likes of Koku Owusu, Godfred Sefa. I mean, looking at their backline, Isaac Afo, Kofi Essien, Kofi Agbesima, and then Raymond Gripman, they've been solid. And they are 18-year-old goalkeeper. I think they are doing very well. Emmanuel Mama is back. Their last home game, he scored. So for me, I think that it's going to be a difficult one for Bechem United. If it is anything to go by how I saw them play, how I saw them play Vision FC, then I think Bechem will go back to Bechem empty-handed.
Okay, Samatex taking on Bechem there. Let's talk about Hohoi United.
Hohoi against Vision. No, against Dreams.
Yes.
It should have been their home game, but because of the suspension that has been imposed on them, the game will be coming on at the Tema near J. Kraku Park. It's more or less Tuba. So Dreams FC playing at Tuba, playing at so Dreams is going to feel comfortable. They will not be feel intimidated by fans because both teams are away. They don't have enough fans. It's just football lovers that will go there to witness because Vision is playing on Saturday. So if Vision is playing on Saturday, on Sunday, of course, people will love to go and watch that game. But I think that it's going to be a difficult one. But Hong Kong is playing so well. If you had monitored the game against Sporty All Blacks, it was a difficult game for All Blacks until that they had that goal. But they had a lot of chances that I thought they could have got the equalizer, especially the one they had in the 90th minute. But unfortunately, the player delayed and the ball was taken away from him after he has beaten the goalkeeper. For Dreams FC to beat Mediema, and John Entry still fit in the team. Suraj Sedu, you have the likes of Abdul Latif. Dreams FC is good to go on the pitch. If these games will end in a draw, I will not be surprised. I don't think any of them can pick the 3 points. The game is going to definitely win the draw.
Okay, let's talk about the other game that will be played at the Nia J. Krakow. It's Vision at home to Basake Holy Stars.
I spoke to a big man in Vision after their game against Gold Stars, and he mentioned one player. I wouldn't like to repeat the name here. He's a former player of Mediema, and he gave out that loose ball for Gold Stars to capitalize to score. Other than that, they felt that they could have come back with a point. And for them, they played so well. They pinned Gold Stars. Gold Stars also created some decent chances. And for them, they were good to go. They needed a 3 points, not more goals in that game. But coming to play a team like Basake Holy Stars at the AAK Arena, for that side, no go area for any team that comes there. But Johnson Smith had something that probably will motivate him coming all the way to Legon to pick a point from House of Folk, where not just pick that point, but also played very well. As I think Prince Cheneboa on a very good day, they also play on Anastro Turf at their venue. So coming to play Vision FC is going to be a very difficult one. But when you want to see Nana Jima's game, you always want to put the ball on the turf. I mean, Meshak Ajete in midfield, they have the likes of Alidu Mohammed, who is back from suspension. It's going to be a difficult one. I think that Vision stands the chance of beating Basake Holy Stars at the J. Krakow Park.
Okay, so the listeners, the full fixture list. Mediama versus 11 Wonders, that's happening today. Vision FC take on Holy Stars, that's Saturday. On Sunday, Adriana welcome Kotoko, Hearts of Oak at home to All Blacks. Hohoi United technically play at home, but they are playing at Tema against Dreams. Karela face Gold Stars. Nations take on Brekum Chelsea. Samatex welcome Becheme. Young Apostles will be playing at home against Pando Heart of Lions. Kelvin, Kelvin, I don't know if you have any comments.
Well, I think I'll be very much interested in the Kotoko Ediana game. Quite unfortunate that is not going to be on TV.
That's a game in Doma.
Yes, it's going to be quite an interesting game where you'd want to watch and see how things unfold, because they've been a thorn in the flesh of Kotoko this season, eliminating them from the FA Cup.
No, I think that is at the Baba Yara Sports Stadium. But at the Doma, Kotoko has dominated in their last 5 games.
Exactly, but I'm saying this season they've been a thorn in the flesh of Kotoko. So they would want to, Kotoko would want to go there and then at least continue with their dominance there. And Ediana, as we also know, they haven't been in a good place. And playing against Kotoko, it's more than any other game in the season for them. So they will come all guns blazing. But hopefully, Samuel Safuduku will be leading the team there, because, you know, the one who normally leads the team, Akoto and Eliza, all in far away watching the Black Stars. So I just hope that they can pull their weight, build on the performance against Nations FC, and get a good result. Hearts of Folk returned to the Accra Sports Stadium. A venue they ran away because they felt it wasn't helping them, and they had to move to the University of Ghana Stadium. Now they are back there. Even at the University of Ghana Stadium, did they get the success that they wanted? No. Now they are back to a venue where they felt it was detrimental to their performance. How are they going to pick up the pieces? And I think Mediema this weekend, they should at least bag in the 3 points. 11 Wonders, the ACB, Ubi CNB. You see, that is my problem with the number of games. Not even Bechemen, the number of games they've been dominated there. Remember, Ahoy went to beat them there. So the number of points they've dropped at home is you can't fathom. So I just hope that 11 Wonders will not mess up their party once again, because Karela is making a very Gold Stars is making a very tough, difficult trip, you know, up north.
Yeah.
And anything could happen there. Even if they manage to get a draw and you get a win, you now come at par on points. So you have to win that home game. And I'm sure Ibrahim Tanko and his men know that. You know, if by close of day, before the Black Stars begin their game, Muspaka would have had the results far away in Austria, Vienna, and we'll be calling them to ask, either how did you guys fare, or you are disappointed?
He'll be watching. He has a way of watching the game.
He has a way of
Obviously,
watching the game.
yes, because it will be live. It will be live on Facebook. You know, Facebook and YouTube via the TV3 handle. So hopefully they will get a result there. So yes, I'm hoping for it. And Hoho United playing away from home at the near Jekaku, it only plays into the favor of Dreams FC because it's a terrain they would love to play. You not have your home fans backing you like you would have. So it's more like a neutral ground, and it may even favor Dreams the more because now you have moved all the way from the Volta region, and then you are in Accra where you know they find themselves dominant. So wait to see how this week plays, but I'm sure that we'll not see so many surprising results from this weekend.
Okay, we'll see how it all plays out. And look at the league table before we close out the conversation on the Ghana Premier League. Gold Stars leading 48 points. Mediama second 46. Kotoko on 42. Accra Hearts of Oak on 42 as well. Ediana on 41. Karela on 38. Holy Stars on 38. Sorry, Karela on 38. Samatex on 38. Holy Stars on 36. Dreams on 34. Lions on 34. Nations on 34. Vision also on 34. Bechem United on 33. Swedru All Blacks on 31. Brekum Chelsea 31. And then the bottom three. Hohe United on 30. Young Apostles 30. And 11 Wonders on 20 points. All right, finally, Coach, so which games are you following? Obviously, the Ediana and Kotoko one.
I'll be doing the Haas
All Blacks.
I'll be doing it on TV. I'll be doing it on TV on Sunday, but obviously today's game, everybody's going to watch.
Yes.
Mediama. So I'll be monitoring all the games. Although I'll still monitor all the games. But I think that our eyes will be at Doma to see. Unfortunately, it's not coming on TV. How Adriana and Kotoko, based on how they both played in the league first round, and Mediama. No, Adriana eliminating Kotoko from the FA Cup. That's crucial for a management member to enter into the dressing room during recess and all that. How is Coach Prince going to handle that game? So it's one game I have loved to watch, and of course the Hoho United Dreams FC games, another game that I also love to watch. But in all, I'll be monitoring them online.
Okay, all right. 8:44. We'll catch you on Monday.
Of course.
Yes. We are back
after the blast. I have been able to do something today, and then let's see how it goes.
Talking about that, let me just take your thoughts before you go. For the Black Stars today, what kind of team should Otto use? Should he start with his regulars, or he should experiment with the starting 11?
No, I don't think Otto should experiment in this game. These are the crucial friendly matches that he is playing before the World Cup. Unfortunately, the last time Black Star play was somewhere in November. Yeah. About almost 5 months we've not played the game. So you and I even doesn't know the team that he's presenting. So I expect him to come out with a strong squad. And this, you talk of Austria, you talk of Germany, these are the two teams. They are the same teams that we are going to face at the Mundial. So I don't see why he should do the experiment. He should go with his first team that he believes that will be good for the Blaster, and then probably do some changes to give some of the new guys the opportunity to see how they'll be able to gel among their colleagues. After all, they've trained for 2 days. At least professionals, they should be able to know themselves. It's about tactics. And I believe that Otto should do very well in this particular game. Personally, I think that the players have done very well in terms of their reporting, the attitude that they've shown, and how they mingle among themselves in camp. I think they've been wonderful. But Otto should go all out. If Ghana is able to win against Austria, Ghana is to win against Germany, it gives us, the supporters, the confidence of going to a Mundial. I mean, it's not just going to just be part of the team. As Kurt said, you are not going as underdogs, which I agree with him. You can have confidence in these players. There are some individual players who have done very well with their various clubs. They coming together, I'm sure, with the huge technical backroom staff of Otoado. I know compared to the other countries, this is small, but I'm saying big because it is the first time Ghana is having that huge backroom staff, for the senior national team head coach. So he should be able to take advantage of it, make good use of it, and you are good to go. I expect Otuado to go with a 3-5-2 system.
Okay.
Yes, I expect him to go that way. So for us to see the partnership at the back, because we are missing Salisu. Of course, Salisu is not going to be in the World Cup. So he should try to get a replacement for Salisu, who will pair Juku. And we've seen Ajete playing with him before. Jerome has done that before against Madagascar in Morocco. We saw the 3-back where Salisu on the left, Juku on the right, and then Jerome in the middle. I expect Pepra to be able to, if he should go the 3-back, Pepra on the left, and then of course Juku on the right. And then Jerome should start from the middle. Or if he wants to start Ajete too on the right, and then of course Juku on the left, so that Jerome, a left-footed centre-back, is needed at the back of the Black Stars. As a wing-back, I expect him to start Sananya.
Right wing back.
Yes, I expect him to start him there. And of course, we all know definitely Gideon Mensah will get a start, and possibly Atakon will come in and then see. Though he's playing in Germany, and Austria are just close. So if he should start Gideon and probably come in, because in the game against Madagascar in Morocco, Gideon was playing as a wing back, which for me he did very well. So if he should start Gideon, and then in the middle, I think that he should start Zibo and then Thomas Tepati. Yes, I expect him to on the Antoine Semenyo and then Ishaku Fatawu to start from the flanks, and then probably get Jordan Ayew to lead the pack. And at the end of the day, if we lose possession, we draw in Antoine Semenyo and then Ishaku Fatawu, having more players behind the ball. And then Jordan should be able to close those spaces ahead of him. You should be able to do something. He has good players on the bench. Christopher Bambos, who's a very good player. I mean, you talk of Sulama and Suleimana is also a very good player. There are other players, and that striker from Turkey is also a good player. The new players that have come on board will also have to sit back and see how it goes. I believe we should be able to do well. And Ghanaians are going to see how Ghana is going to play at the World Cup through these two friendly matches. Because against Mexico and against Wales, you and I know that every player that goes to the World Cup, 2 friendly matches before the Mondial, will not put in every effort that you expect him to put up. Because there are examples out there. Jerry Akamenko, there are other players before. Falcao of Colombia, before the World Cup, they went to play a game, and then they are out completely. As long as they couldn't come back to play football. So these 2 friendly matches should be crucial for the coach and the players. Against Mexico and then Wales, I'm sure the players will come and play, but you will not get the best out of them. But that shouldn't be the yardstick that Blaster will be taken to the World Cup. These 2 friendly matches should be the ones that we should be. Well, I foresee the Blaster doing well in today's game.
Okay, 8:49. We'll see how it goes. The Black Stars are in action. They play at 5 p.m. Ghana time against Austria at the Ernst Happel Stadium in Vienna. You can send us your comments 054-257-1061 054-257-1061. Send us a WhatsApp message.
Since the days of Baba Yara, we've been there. The Ghana Premier League is back again. Since the days of Shamokwe, we've been there.
Time check is 8:50. Let's open the phone lines. Let me get people's expectations ahead of today's friendly before we do our own in-studio discussion. We'll play some voices from the press conference yesterday, pre-match press conference, and then we take the discussion from there. 054-257-1061 054-257-1061. Give me a call. I want to hear what you expect from the Black Stars later today. Hello?
Hello,
yes.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Michael,
thank you so much for joining us. Where are you calling us from? Okay, you are back at Ablekuma.
My homeland.
Michael, please go ahead.
Yesterday, I called Ray, and I said that the match we are going to play against Austria and Germany, we shouldn't be concerned about performance only. We should be good.
Okay.
Both the results and the performance.
So we should go for the result and performance.
Yes, very true. Because when we stick to the performance and we got beaten by Austria, it dampens our spirit towards the game against Germany, and it moves on into the World Cup. So as for me, I'm concerned about the results and the performance, because when we are able to get a good result against Germany, it propels us onto the game against Germany, against Wales, against Mexico, then we take him to the World Cup. Because that the World Cup is the ultimate, understand? So we shouldn't be concerned about only the performance. And again, we should try our attacking options on this game. Because one, we need to score, and again we need to defend. But then against Austria and Germany is a very tougher opposition than Austria comparatively. So we should try our attacking options on Austria. Then we should also try defensive options against Germany, because Germany is a bigger team, a well-known team, a well-drilled team than Austria. You understand? So I think we should try attacking options against Austria. We shouldn't go with a play back in this game. We should try the play back against Germany, and open up against Austria, because Austria they are very wide open. You understand? They play free football. So we should also open up and play against them. And again on the Ghana Premier League, I think this week, Mediama will definitely go on top, because the game will start against Kerala. It's very tricky. I think a draw over there seems very possible. But then Mediama is going to win against 11-1, there's no doubt. But then Adriana should be very careful. They shouldn't be talking too much, because the game against Nations, Kotoko played against Nations, the confidence they had, they are taking it into the game against Adriana. And you check the league table, the points are not even wider. They are very close. So a win for Kotoko today takes them to 45. And they are getting closer. So Ghana shouldn't think that's going to be easy. You understand? And over some games too, Ghana have not won against Kotoko and when they are playing at the match, there's a little pressure on them. And I'm trying to check. So Kotoko will be free-minded, because they think if they win this game, they are taking it game by game. They are taking game by game. But then the pressure is on the Ghana. So they should relax. They shouldn't think it's going to be easy like that. Understand? So that's what I see. I mean, this before the weekend, there's going to be a lot of changes at the top. At the top of the Ghana Premier League table. Because Ghana will definitely go on top. And the game against Kerala will be very tricky. A draw over there seems very possible. Thank you.
Okay. All right, Michael, thank you so much. 8:54. Some WhatsApp messages have come through. The phone lines are open. Let me take this caller. Hello.
Hello, Mr. Nathan.
Yes.
Yeah, this is Fred from my daughter. I called you at that time.
Yes. Please go ahead.
Yeah. Nathan, in fact, my offer with them, the man of a Christmas offer, being a man, I also did to myself and in common.
Which offer is this?
Offer radio, me Christmas, who knew cleaning a class and me down my point, Berman, a pimple more bomb. The cow in the back of with the Christmas, the young say, my friend, you be Christmas village.
Yati, that's it. Please go ahead.
My to go on, Nathan, last time I got me who the airport because me shaking me out to other prayer. I prefer the old check out to say sometimes, even from which you are any place in our friend who say, which we saw or play speed game in place of friend, which I come starter, who some speed level, on a status level, Bibiano. I play by idea over take away and then I'm over take away. We quash upon now. I just prefer Cobobino mobile. That's a almost first place make a Nathan. You and I away a bonfire saying, maybe
okay.
But say, no, need my phone, I say. Gonna be the end there. As a major, my brother, just
friendly, way there, Boko.
That time, you know, friendly matter. You know, check Brazil and France yesterday.
But
I watched the game song.
I watched the game song.
So, check here now. You're quiet then.
Yeah.
Screen scan on my digital fire. You're a lot of fine and I am on mine.
Okay, no problem. Fred, thank you so much for
right,
the call. Yeah, that's it. All right. 857 054 257 1061. What are your expectations of the Black Stars ahead of today? What are your expectations? Ghana will play against Austria. Kickoff is 5 p.m. Ghana time. What are your expectations? 054 257 1061. 054 257 1061. Give me a call. You can equally send us a WhatsApp message on the same number 054 257 1061. 054 257 1061. On the side, of course, there are some reports of the Black Stars team camp getting robbed and all. I'll give you details. Let me take this caller. Hello.
Hey, I'm a Jugomo. Hey, is it Austria?
Yeah.
This is what people to us up.
Why have you concluded that it's whatever people, white people? How have you concluded
that? But I don't know in Austria.
Uh-huh.
The majority in people in Austria are white.
Mano, please go ahead.
Hey, before me, I'm at you. They will score with two, they still with two out of. Oh, Charlie, they for you. They for DG. Listen, how are you doing?
I'm fine. How are you?
Oh, Charlie, Obeshi, Wally. Where Raymond?
Raymond is around.
Okay. My greetings to Raymond. At the moment that the Ghana Premier League, Charlie, media man, what wrong then?
Why?
But Charlie, they won't do Ghana Arsenal. Charlie, you're leading the league like 9.2. The whole of this year, they don't win any match this year. Or
well, in this calendar year, since January, since January at home they've really struggled. Even they are not home and away, they've struggled. Yeah, they've struggled.
So, see, are you using this form to go and win Ghana Premier League?
Well, I mean, there are how many matches left? So they believe that they can turn things around. So let's see.
So, after 11 days, have you know, sure banker?
Sure. Last weekend they drew 2-2 with Samatex. So they came back from 2 goals down.
If they can beat 11 days today, then they should forget about the league. So if it's true later, if they can beat 11 days today, or then Bibiani will start to win the league. There's no way to wait. There's no 2 ways about because the people behind Midiama, House of Work, for them they are not serious. After the two of them, they are not serious.
Okay.
The person who can give Bibiani Gosta a run for their money is Midiama. And if they can't beat 11 others today, then they forget about the league.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah, they forget about the league. After the Black Stars, they actually we are not. I don't think Ghanaians are expecting anything. What, Charlie? We are just looking at the performance, how they play, the question, the system, the coach put on the field, and the question of the players.
Okay,
that's what we want. Like, it's not about winning the match. It's about the way the team play.
Okay,
the anger they play on the field. The intensity, yes. And how do you call it? When they are not with the ball, their position on the field, like you see, all these things must come to play. You have to be organized when you don't even have the ball.
That's true.
That to be very, very crucial. And I'm looking forward to Benjamin Sarri today.
Okay.
You will see what you will do today. Charlie, later, this Brazil team, Charlie, this is the worst Brazil team I ever seen in my life.
Why? What have Brazil done?
The Brazil don't know what to say. Hey, Nathan, see, at the West Brazil, I just say the South Africa. But Nathan, you watched the game?
Yeah, I watched it.
How do you see the Brazil team?
Yeah, I mean, I understand. They were not convincing. They were not convincing for So
Brazil, you watch Brazil. You do flare skills, like pattern of play. At what you know, what's up? Oh no, this Brazil team, Morocco will last them like 5.
Ah.
Oh, what they are doing? They don't know if they get up from their group. I tell you later, this Brazil team is the worst Brazil team I've ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
Later, have a good morning.
All right. Thank you so much. 2 minutes after 9. You can send your comments 054-257-1061. You can also give us a call on the same number 054-257-1061. Let me take this caller. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, good morning.
Yeah, I am Mr. Nicholas calling from Dakuma.
All right, please go ahead.
Yes, I can speak very good grammar, but I prefer speaking one of our local language. That is true.
Okay, please go ahead.
So can I do that?
Yes, please go ahead.
The woman said, and the match now, you could Ghana and Austria. The initial plan said Ghana, it be really. Nothing is so preaching, so all share and running bread eyes, so the changes. Send your bayer. And never beat Makui Amayina because a Ghana team in that and Nobama boys, a Busso Mura, Sanya Baya against Germany, also beat me. I come now supporters any idea. I feel Mefana in his homeland team, you know, London, England, Odoy, and Katiano, woman would inform is now a woman experienced players. Which Mabua, Ghana Blasters. Now, and Yamakuyi, your players who players said, coaching to the Bishop in a year. I think this coming World Cup, which might be free. And then the day, my friend will show you so. Abibia Monta, Emma, Yaquania, and I see Tim Ghana and
All right, thank you so much. 4 minutes after 9. You can send your WhatsApp messages 054-257-1061. You can also give us a call. A number of WhatsApp messages have come through. We'll get to them in a bit. Let me take this caller. Hello.
Good morning.
Yes, good morning.
Is that Nathan?
Yes, Nathan here.
How are you doing, sir?
I'm fine. How are you?
And I also salute Nyamado.
Yes.
I love that name.
Okay, all right.
Yes. I'm speaking from Sporty.
Okay, all right.
You see, I have thought that I don't like criticizing our own, especially our coach, but during our last World Cup, you know, the day are you together with Kudus, they combined to score an equalizer against Portugal. The moment these two people did this wonderful game, they were substituted immediately. And that led to a total collapse of our midfield. Actually, I don't understand why the coach made that change. And you see, so whether somebody is dictating to him, I don't know. He should be able to put his feet on the ground. Because now he's our own. And he should not listen to most of these opportunities. And somebody also made a remark right now. This was Odoy and Dinketia. We need them. We need them. And he's supposed to have included them in these our trial matches.
Yeah, but
to see how they can fit into it.
But the process of integrating them into the team, that process has not been triggered. So, you know, I don't know how you are I don't know how you are going to bring them if we haven't spoken to them or if they haven't said anything. Right?
No, but the boys are willing. And there was a time they said they were available. They were available.
When did they say that?
Oh, somewhere. You are a sports presenter. I know you know a lot.
Me, I like it when people do this thing. You are saying they said they were available. So when did they say?
Yes, I heard something like that, and that's why even the GFA president came out to say that they don't even want them. Because when we needed them during the trial, they didn't come. During the matches, during the qualification, they didn't come. So now that they have qualified,
he didn't say that. He said that all the players we tried convincing in the past who said no, they will not go back to them. That's what he said.
But you never say never. You understand? Never say never. Because for right now, we need strikers. And these two players can do a lot, can offer a lot of striking in our team. I mean, this is a tried and trusted player.
He's a prolific striker. You understand? So if a GFA president and you come out with this kind of statement, it discourages more than encourages people. You understand? We need results. And whoever can give us result is what we need. For me, what I think we need now is somebody who will bring discipline. Every coach wants a disciplined player who come and bring discipline in the camp, who comes to training early, and who comes with a lot of additions. But if they come and they don't respond to train on time and they look attitude and it's not good, that's why we need to integrate them immediately to see how we can fit into it. You understand? Because the other statement made by Jordan that they don't need any addition. How many players do we have? What is he talking about?
That interview was done in December 2025. That is not a recent interview. Do you understand? It was done in December 2025.
Okay, so things change.
So that's how many months ago?
Okay. Sometimes it's good to eat our humble pie, understand?
Yes, and the day we played the interview, we said it on this show.
Yeah, okay.
That it was done in December 2025.
Okay, all right. Okay, so maybe by now Jordan has repented.
Nobody knows, but you see, whether a player comes or goes, it is all on Otto Addo. So Otto holds the key to all of this. He has to decide if he wants a player or not.
Okay. You are doing a wonderful job. I really love you people there. I really love people. The way you interact with people and the way you correct us when we are going wrong.
Yeah, that's what we have to do. Anyway, thank you so much. We have other callers.
So my regard to Yamado, and also I wish also my team is Withdrawal Blacks apart from Chelsea.
Okay.
Withdrawal Blacks are from Chedru.
Okay.
As well they have to work hard because sometimes the kind of result is not encouraging. And I also wish you all the best. May the good Lord be with you. And may your program continue to grow from strength to strength.
Amen. Thank you so much.
Have a wonderful day.
You too. Take care of yourself. 9 minutes after 9. Let's take a couple of calls. And then we'll proceed. 054-257-1061. Let me take this caller. Hello.
Nathan, good morning.
Yes, good morning.
My name is Osben.
All right, Osben, please go ahead. Where are you calling from, please?
I'm calling from North Industrial.
All right, please go ahead, Osben.
With this Nketia Odoi issue, have they declared their intention to play for the Black Stars?
They haven't.
They haven't. So we should move from them. We brought them here, took them to places where they could be influenced, to the president, to the sports minister. As of now, they've not made any intentions of playing for us. So why should we worry ourselves? Are they the only players available to us? If we do this, then we are telling the boys that have been called that they don't deserve to be there. So please, let's move on. We should pray for those who have been selected to be injury-free and perform during these friendly matches. And move on. I'm just hoping we'll get a favorable results against Austria. I'm not looking at the results. I'm looking at one Benjamin Asare, how he will perform. Because this game will make or unmake him. I'm just praying he doesn't commit any blunder leading to go. You know our people. We will roast him very well. So I'm just praying he will have a good day. Otto should go in with the mentality of winning. Fine. You are trying out, setting out positions, but the mentality is to win. I remember our game against Switzerland before the 2020.
This is Sporty FM,
2020 World Cup.
2022.
2022 World Cup,
yes,
yeah.
Yes.
I want the same attitude. New players. We saw Salisu getting his first goal. So the likes of Senaya, Lucasen, the new boys joining the team should make a case for themselves. And hopefully we'll get a good result. Have a good morning, Nathan.
All right. Thank you so much. We'll take a couple more calls and then we go into some of the messages and then I'll take the thoughts of the guys on Austria v Ghana. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, good morning.
I'm Kobe calling from Teshinunga.
All right. Kobe, please go ahead.
And where is Raymond?
Raymond is around.
He's around. I extend my greetings to him wherever he is.
Okay.
In fact, he was my senior back at JSS.
Oh, okay, I see. You're a Santa.
Going on. No. Back at JSS.
Oh, JSS, I see.
I went to France with him.
Oh, okay.
So, talking about the Black Stars, truly speaking, when I saw the squad about a few days, that was last week, I lost hope. I knew we were going to lose both matches.
Okay.
Because this squad is an average squad. I always say, like what the previous caller said, about what Coach Okreku said a few months back, which we were saying it's December. It's still a few months back. It's still as relevant as today, which he said.
The Cat one was not in December. I was referring to the Jordan interview. It was the Jordan interview that was done in December.
Don't worry. I want to talk about Coach Okreku. I always say the reason why Withdrawal was brought to us, looking at things, I don't think it's footballing reasons.
You don't think it's footballing reasons?
Coach Okreku brought us, it's not football reasons. He just brought Withdrawal so he can micromanage the Black Stars through Withdrawal. Because when you look at this squad, it doesn't inspire any confidence. As if you are joking with these friendly matches. I always say, this NDC government, if they want to enjoy the successes they enjoyed the last time they were in power, where 2009 under 20 won the World Cup, where we went to two finals of the AFCON in 2010 and 2015, where our worst performance in the AFCON was in the semi-finals, and all that. We were just a kick away to get into the semi-finals of the World Cup. And I think they want to enjoy all these successes. They should be resolute. They shouldn't leave things just in the hands of these so-called football people. I'm telling them, if they want to enjoy the successes they enjoyed the last time they were in power, they should not leave things in the hands of these football people, because I always say, with what is going on at the moment, I don't think these football people know, they even understand what they are doing. Seriously. You are going to play friendly match. You are just about 3 months away from getting to the World Cup and you put up the squad. Are you serious? As soon as I saw the squad, I knew these guys are not serious.
Okay,
I'm just telling people.
Let me ask you something. So who should have been in this friendly squad that is not? And who is there that shouldn't be there?
Look, someone like Osman Bukhari, I don't even know what he has done to this football situation. The last time he played in the World Cup, he even scored a goal. He has played. I always say Osman Bukhari has played fewer games than most of our forwards, but has more goals than most of them, apart from Jordan Ayew and Kudus. He does so well anytime he's in the Black Stars jersey, but I don't know why. I don't know the kind of variables these guys look at to call players. This guy is doing so well, but they don't call him. Bernard Pepete is doing so well out there. They don't call him. Bernard Mensah is doing so well out there. They don't call him.
Hold on, relax. Bernard Mensah's case, I think that's a very definite. He said he would never play for the Black Stars again. So I think that
we can still talk to him. At the point that Samojan said he will never play for the Black Stars. At the point Mohamed Salisu said he will never play for the Black Stars. At the point this guy, Dede Ayew said he will never play for the Black Stars. But we talked to him and he sent it.
But I can tell you for a fact that
he's doing well.
Relax. I can tell you for a fact that Bernard Mensah is not interested.
He's not interested.
He's not. And he walked away from the team years ago and he hasn't looked back, so he's not interested.
Look at someone like Alfred Duncan, such a good player.
Also,
he didn't even consider Alfred Duncan is in his mid-30s.
Also, similar story. He's not interested.
I always say we are still very good players out there. The last
That's
time,
true.
during the days of Dr. Samuel Jan's era, the reason why they were doing well is because we got very good scouts that were given the time to go all out there and scout for the best players and grab them into the Black Stars. And I don't think that is going on now.
Okay.
This time around, like what Ketukweku said some time back, a few years back, that no one plays. What did he even say? That I can't even recall it verbatim. He said he's not going to allow anyone to play at his blind side or something.
No, he just said that no one person. He said that no one person should have a complete say when it comes to team selection. That something like that.
Charlie, this NDC, I know these guys. They are NDC campaign, and they are also Buganda. They are also as mafia as Ketukweku himself.
Hey, bro,
they should be.
I beg
they
you.
Should be fair.
Relax. You see,
they should be.
No, hold on. Let's backtrack. I beg you. There are some of these things you can't say because if the law court comes for me, I can't prove what you are saying.
The law comes for him.
Do you understand what I'm saying? No, that is true. I'm only saying that you can't say so. I beg you.
I know you are very responsible from the. I've been listening to you since
I beg. Not on my watch. Will my show be dragged to a law court?
You let me go on.
Stick to the footballing matters and let's go.
Yeah. Look, they should be firm. They shouldn't leave things in the hands of these football people. All those mess things up. This World Cup we are about going. We are just 3 months away. Look at what they are doing. Look at the squad they are putting out. This everything shows they are not serious.
Okay.
And if they sit out there, they are going to disgrace us again like what they did the last time. And this will be the third time we've gone to the World Cup and we've been kicked out at the group stage. They should be serious and not leave things in the hands of these football people. And if somebody say I'm grown.
Okay.
That is my take. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you. There's something I always say. Don't let anybody deceive you that they don't like the national team. People care a lot about the national team, right? Anyway, let me take a few more calls and then we proceed. Hello,
Nathan. Good morning.
Yes, good morning.
Yeah, this is Miracle. It's just a question. This is Miracle.
Okay.
Yes, just a simple question. Who is the manager of the Ghana Premier League?
Who is the manager? Who manages the Ghana Premier League? The last time
who manages?
It's the GFA, isn't it?
Is there not an indictment on the GFA that in this Blaster squad is just a goalkeeper that is coming from the Ghana Premier League in the Blaster squad?
Yep.
Is this not an indictment on the those in the Home of Affairs?
Mm-hmm.
We are behaving as if we are just going. This is our first World Cup. Is this not our fourth? Is it the third or fourth World Cup? Then we are now doing this thing. Accra in the 11th hour. In the 11th hour, Black Stars. When did we go sing this low?
When
did we sing this low?
You're asking when we sank this low?
Yes, it's just terrible.
We have been sinking for years.
No, so Nathan, you know something? We were floating at the point. We were floating, but now we are even drowning to the extent that we have even gotten to the depth of the sea that we even don't know where we are even going to.
Yeah, so we've been sinking for years. That's just where we are.
It's just so terrible. Why are we doing this to ourselves? For me, I think this money that we are even sinking in the blasters, they should even use it to develop our roads. If you use that money to develop our roads, there's no need, because this is what they are going to do. They are just going to show their face. They will be the flipping boys. They will be the flipping boys. How on earth? How on earth? Look at the Brazil fans match yesterday. It was so beautiful to watch. In as much as Brazil did not come to party, but it was you know what you are expecting.
Yep.
But blasters, hey, well, God save us. Well, thank you, Nathan.
Oh man. There's a certain painful reset we have to do, and it's not like keep dancing around resetting the national team. But anyway, let me take this final caller. We do some messages, and then I take some comments from my guys. Hello.
Yeah. This is Osman. I'm back. I normally don't do this, but I just want to respond to the previous caller after this.
Yes.
Sometimes we, the callers, we behave as if we know more than those at the helm of office. You asked him which players are not part of the squad, and he was mentioning Bernard Mensah. We moved on from him long time ago. Everybody knows he said he will not play the next time.
Yeah, that is true.
You are talking about
Alfred. Yep, Charlie.
We were talking about Alfred Duncan. Where is Alfred Duncan playing?
Alfred Duncan. Charlie.
We moved on from him, and you are saying which plays in this squad or is not part of this squad. If you take out Kudus, who is in it, which other player can you maintain elsewhere? No, sometimes we shouldn't behave as if we know more than. And then he was putting politics. No, we can go straight to the point. If we the help of us, we will do worse. I'm telling you, some of us will do worse.
Oh man.
Otto knows what he's doing. I'm not sure he will put his credentials on the floor for somebody to just step on. And you are saying Ketokeku is what? Please, can't we support the team? We know we don't have the best. The best that we have, that is what we have accepted. Where are our players playing? Azerbaijan, Iraq. Do we want to bring them? This is it. And at this point in time, I'm telling you, we are talking copy. When was the last time we heard his name?
Sorry?
Osman Bukhari.
Yeah, Osman Bukhari, yeah.
When was the last time we heard his name? His place was sympathy. How many matches has he played? How many goals has he contributed? Please. Every team will have issues. When Brazil named their squad, they were talking about Neymar. So does it mean Ancelotti does not know his work?
Osman, it's all right. Let me.
Thank you so much, Nathan.
All right, thank you so much. Let me take my final caller, and then I'll bring Raymond and Kelvin to give me their expectations of the Black Stars team today. Let me take this caller. Hello.
Nathan.
Yes.
I'm back again.
Okay, Michael.
You see, what was being said right now very important. Every day we have been talking about this thing. Charlie boys, you may be with it in that kind of air, but then on air, we never check Accra, we cool it down Accra. So that's because we're a public radio, as I say. Can be doing us as embassy happen. I will from where to go. Now, the sugar removal. Court now, but I think it's in the offer the best in Yaka, and you're so there, but over air, in some you just go straight to the appointment of fat politics in there because we're in a street sports, young politics in Bata. Yes, sir, I'm sure. But then I'm gonna share Brazil game, no. I'll work up with that day. You see the intensity in the game. You defend the intensity.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Charlie,
the intensity was crazy.
The way I message you, point crazy. And I'll pay for one question. Once a World Cup play of the UK players.
Yeah.
Argentina, I say, once the Italy game, you see, now there's no more to call it. Make a man for new shag and some man for flex because there's an asset. A backward advantage over the other.
Okay, no problem. I'll find out.
And I said, yeah, find out so you need to be on the bonus with legs and that because I say a great station on one side, and I saw him another angle. So I say, I don't know if by one side because I'm there. Social Italian France now more stadium or and I even though other teams were away from me, but then. I think say the uncomfortable neutral
ground,
and especially side game.
Okay.
But I say, hey, this some Kobono, it's for home, no man going to put legs and I say neutral venue. And I'm some person. But that's Charlie boys. Nobody is no more Kasa. We are Obianton, but I don't know about Kanaka or the Kanako. But then fast out control this because you're pursuing Raymond in the time with the anytime and they see we court you one and other house now shooting now with Casa. You need that time until you need time. Come about the school on Pepe, Ocean or Yedia. You freelance now,
Michael, thank you so much. 9:27. Okay, we'll put a pause on the call. So you're listening to Grace Ash's new one. Is there ever a Ghana campaign without a Grace Ashe song? No. Go to some of the messages that have come on 054-257-1061. This one says, False 9 from 37 says, ahead of today's game, there are 5 key things I am looking for. So False 9 has listed his 5 things. 1, formation and tactical setup, ideally a 4-3-3. Caleb Urenchi's role. Plans for Marvin Senaya. Semenyo's role, he shouldn't play as a number 9. And Pate's role, preferably as a 6. In the suggested 4-3-3 with Sulemana and Urenchi as his partners. I'm sure he means Ibrahim Sulemana, not Kamal Dean Sulemana. Jones says, tell the GFA that Ghana is watching them. Okay, I see. Interesting. Nathan from Kaswa says, the fact that we missed the AFCON, these 2 matches have to be the test for us to know which players are up for the task, what exactly the game plan is, and what Otoado's tactics are. The results also matter because we are playing teams with the same caliber of players at the World Cup. You can't lose by 5 or 6 and say you played well. In as much as the likes of Pate, Semenyo, Jordan, and Jiku need to feature for team cohesion and all, we need to see the new guys and those who have been around but haven't been given the opportunity to convince properly, because the Unity Cup proved that we don't have proper backups to most of our players. We don't have enough time to be chopping and changing, except for additions like Kudus, Iñaki, and maybe Brandon Asante. As for the robbery in the camp of the Black Stars, I hope the Austrian police will do a good job, because how can you run a hotel with dummy cameras? We'll follow. Castro from Kaswa says Ghana will win today's match. So those are the words of Castro from Kaswa. That boy Koba from Eden Heights Wager says, in the absence of Salisu, I recommend Otoado. I think Otoado should consider pairing Jiku with Pfeiffer. As many players are unfamiliar with Pfeiffer's playing style, we've had the opportunity to observe Jonas Ajete and Jerome Opoku. I'm looking forward to a strong performance. If our technical team learn from previous friendlies, we'll have sufficient time to rectify our mistakes before the World Cup. Okay, let's go through some other messages that have come through on 054-257-1061. Okay. Confusion listening from Shayo Sudoku in Asutrai says, I'm waiting for Christopher Nimley's comments. Okay. Okay, we'll try and see if we can get him. All right. This one says, give us Problem by Apache. But we played Problem already. All right. 054-257-1061. Send us your WhatsApp messages. All right. Let me bring in the guys. Let me bring in Raymond and Kelvin. I want to get their thoughts on the Black Stars and tonight's friendly. Ghana is taking on Austria, and so I want to hear from the guys. You can equally send in your comments. 054-257-1061. Saint Dollar from East Airport says, Canoe in guys Lele is true. Oh, I missed it. And then ship is Mele. Very good. Mele. It's like that song we used to sing when we were young. Mele Nia. 9:31. Let me bring in the guys for us to preview the friendly between Ghana and Austria later today. Game kicks off at 5 p.m. Raymond is here. Ray.
Yeah.
So, any more updates from the team camp after this very sad development?
Yes, I think that just as we reported, we don't have any fresh details or any fresh updates.
Okay.
But what we know is that the FA has involved the police in investigations because it is quite clear the hotel is reluctant to provide all the support they need. Now, the hotel is claiming that because it was not a break-in, it was not as if doors were broken, they would not assume responsibility for whatever happened. And again, the CCTV cameras clearly is not providing any support. And so the FA would have to take steps outside. And so they have involved the police in all of this. And the police would, in due course, tell us what they've arrived at. But as things stand, the players they're in good spirits, though. Of course, they'll do their usual walkabouts, pre-game, do their winding down sessions and all, have their meal packages as well, and then get ready for the 5 p.m. kickoff. So as things stand, there isn't too much happening in camp. The players will just have to focus all their energies and their attention on the big game ahead for them.
All right. Calvin, let me take your initial thoughts on today's friendly. I'll get to Raymond in a second, but your thoughts on today's friendly. Ottawa leads the Black Stars to play against Austria. On Monday they play Germany, but today is the first of the two friendlies. What are your own expectations? What are you looking forward to seeing in terms of the Black Stars and that game today?
I would want to see a workable game plan. You know, like I said, Otto is missing a number of players that he would have wanted to see in the squad, all because of injury. Niama Kudus, Salisu. You know, now he should go into the game with the mentality that these players are unavailable, as well as Iñaki, and they may not be available at the World Cup. So how then do I set up a good team or a game plan that every single member of the team can fit in properly?
Okay.
So he should go give us, you know, that his football identity, which we all know he's very conservative and we want to play 3-back, show up his midfield and defense and have very little space for opponents so that he capitalizes on brilliant moments, set pieces, and then maybe counter breaks to get goals. I'd want to see a more coerced, you know, Black Stars with that cohesion, with that telepathy, you know, that every single player from every point would know that when I pick up the ball, I know this is the position of Thomas Partey. When I pick up the ball, I know Kwesi Boy is here. When I pick up the ball, I know this is where Jordan is. So I just want to see those strengths and the connections, the connectivity of the team very well, you know, put together. And like I said, every coach knows how players or which players are crucial and important to the team. Now, for the newbies, if they don't, or if they are not of the coach's philosophy, we would have to quickly adjust them to it. And I'm sure Otuado knows that the players he called understand his philosophy. Is the reason why he decided to do what called them. When you look at the French national team or you look at the English national team, Thomas Tuchel, you know, under Southgate, Ben White wasn't playing. And one was all boiled down to, you know, how, you know, Southgate thought, you know, Ben White played. But now, Tuchel is in. He's called him because he thinks that Ben White has that quality he wants to see in a player on the field. So I would want to see that. And then see how our goalkeeper, Benjamin Asari, will fare. See how our strikers and our forward line, especially Antoine Semenyo, we don't see him glittering so much for the Black Stars.
That's true.
He doesn't glitter. He doesn't score. We want to see him step up because he's most informed player
he is.
across the world. So we would expect him that the quality that has been added to him by Pep Guardiola, he will bring it to bear so that the team benefits from that. I would want to see how the defensive line will shape up.
Okay.
Whether it's a 3-back, whether it's a 4-back, what is going to be the understanding? What is going to be the overall game, you know, plan and mentality of the team? Whether Otuado is going to stick with Kwesi Sibo and Thomas Partey, or he's going to play Caleb Yuinchi and Thomas Partey, or he's going to play all the three together and see how best he can adjust and use them in the game. So those are the bits and pieces. I think, fine, results do matter to boost confidence, to boost, you know, hopes, but the technical, you know, deliverables from the team should not be missed. And those are a telepathic understanding, a workable game plan that can suit the team and the materials, the profile of players he has. That is what I want to see. There are times teams play the best football, but they lose, and you get to see that, oh, come on, they are on the right path, and they will get it right when they get to the main tournament or in the next 2 or 3 months. They would be perfect with what the coach wants to do. That is exactly what I want to see today from Otaru, because he's playing against one of the highly tactical managers. Very good manager. Difficult to break his lines. And Austria have some of the best players or top quality players we see playing across Europe.
That's true.
Baumgartner, Konrad Laimer, Sabitzer, all those guys, David Alaba in the group. Very, very good players. Marko Arnautovic and all that. These are very good players. So you would want to see how these players fare against them. And we want to see some promise that when we get to the major tournament, the main tournament, we can see. Yesterday, people were asking questions. How is Didier Deschamps going to have a workable solution with all these attackers? But they were just fluid.
Yeah, they were.
It was seamless. And it's all because of the philosophy they've generated all over this year. So he calls players who just quickly come and then they will fit in and give him what he wants. So I expect Otuado, there wouldn't be any excuse. This is not like the 2022 World Cup when later he accepted that he was going to continue coaching and take us. This time he's had over, a year. Time to prepare this team, and he cannot disappoint.
Ray, what about you? Your own expectations of the friendlies?
Well, I think...
Or tonight's game. Let's look at tonight's game. Monday, we'll talk about the other one.
Well, I think tonight's game shouldn't be a game that seals the fate of almost all the players with regards to whether they are going to the World Cup or not. Some players would have a bit of a nervy start to their Black Stars career.
Yeah.
Some players we all know have been part of this team for quite a bit. They would have their own wobbles because of the level of the opposition. The entire team could possibly wobble because of the level of opposition. Last time we had a Black Stars team play opposition close to this was
the voice of sports.
When they played the friendlies in Austria, in Asia, sorry.
Yeah.
But even that, we all agree that a lot of the players we knew who are part of the team now were not present. So this will be the first real opportunity for Otuado to look at his team play against a team with the quality of Austria. Now, of course, Austria is not a powerhouse when we talk about European football. But the way and manner in which they qualified to the World Cup and how consistent they've been at the Euros and all, they are one of the teams that can give you a good test. They are a team that the Black Stars could easily lose to.
Okay.
And so we should be very modest with our expectations. This is a game where I see the team making a lot of mistakes. Otuado and his technical handlers possibly paying attention to every detail and then trying to see if they can improve on what they do today against the German team. So today for me will be your real preparatory game, your real test game. Whatever lessons you pick from this test, you try to fix ahead of the Germany game. That should possibly see you do a bit better than what you do today. So I'm not expecting too much from the team. They should go out there. They would go out there, try to enjoy themselves, try to apply what the coach wants them to do, all in practice. And so, this would be more of a practice game for the Germany game. So I'm not expecting too much, but I expect
Sporty FM.
One thing to be done in this game. I'm expecting Otuado to give Benjamin Asari a lot of time in post against some of these international teams, against some of these top teams.
Yeah.
So I'm expecting him to start against this Austria team. And all of us would like to see what he's been doing for Hearts, what he did for the Stars when we qualified. We want to see him replicate same. Just so everybody is confident and everybody is calm when it comes to that goalkeeping department. Because all of us are not too sure what we are going to get from Benjamin Asari at this level, at this stage. So once he's given the opportunity and once he proves himself, all doubt about whether he starts or he doesn't start would go away. And then now we can begin to look at other departments of the pitch, the defense, the midfield, the attack. Some of us would have wished that Inaki Williams was part of this team. Brandon Thomas Asante was part as well, because they obviously would be your number 9s. If Coach Otuado decides to play them at the World Cup, they would be your typical number 9s. But again, we don't have them. What does he have? We'll try to see what they can also deliver for the Stars. And then if it's satisfactory enough, if it's good enough, maybe Otuado would have backup options for some of these players who we know are going to be part of the squad. But I mean, we don't know what would happen in June, if they'll be available or not. So Otto gets to see who he has for cover in terms of the attack. For midfield, we don't have too many options. Let's talk about Francis Abu returning. Let's talk about Majid Ashimero. At the moment, we don't have them. This is what Otto has. He has Sibo, he has Elisha, and then he has Thomas Partey. There's a lot of talk about Caleb Brinchi being played in midfield because that's a position he likes. And there's a lot of talk about Coach possibly playing him in that right back role. So again, we want to see the kind of midfield mix you put up, and if they can be able to soak pressure from this very stubborn Austrian midfield. Austria, of course, have some very solid players in the middle of the park. Again, we would want to see what they offer and how the Black Stars can react to what they throw at them in this particular game. Then you're going to talk about the defense. We would like to see how he shuffles the pack in the back line, because there's no Salisu. Who comes in for Salisu? Jiko definitely will be a mainstay. In defense, is it going to be Caleb Brinchi? Is it going to be Senaya who is brought in? Is it going to be Atakon or Gideon Mensah? All of that we would like to see. So this would be a proper test game, a proper preparatory game, a proper practice game for Otuado and his technical team. This is a game where they would throw a few things in there and try to see if it works. And that's what I'm saying. We shouldn't pay attention too much to whatever the outcome will be, because really, we must understand at this point that Otto wants to learn a few things about his team. And so, whatever the outcome, we may just have to wait for the Germany test to properly see if lessons have been learned and things can be changed. So, I'm not expecting too much from the Stars today. I'm not expecting them to go into the game and win. I'm not expecting them to go into the game and play Austria off the park. That's if that's even possible. But we are just expecting to see what Otto's team could look like in future.
Okay. We'll see how it plays out. Game time, 5 p.m. Ghana time. On off-the-field matters, the GFA has involved Austrian police to investigate an alleged case of robbery at the Black Stars team hotel. So from what you're saying, the hotel authorities do not want to take responsibility. Is that right? They don't want to accept liability for it.
Of course not. They do not want to, because, normally with the hotel setups like that, every guest would have his own access card.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, the hotel is arguing that, well, when we came, the door wasn't tampered with. Right, Kelvin. The door wasn't tampered with. It was not as if somebody went through the window into your room. So, if you are claiming that you've been burgled, well, you have your access card. But again, the hotel is forgetting that, look, those access cards can be generated right at their reception. Anybody, room service would have an access card generated for the room he or she would be cleaning. Again, if it's an inside job, you never know. They could always cook some of these access cards and give access to whoever wants to do what. You understand? So, the hotel is not being helpful. And coupled with the fact that the CCTV cameras are just white elephants. So it's gotten to the point where the police have to come in. Because, valuables have gone missing. It's sad. I'm just hoping that the key players involved, 2 key players. I'm just hoping that this doesn't, affect their psyche going into a game. Look, Nathan, you know how you would feel as you sit here today if you lose your phone. It may not be $20,000, but you know how you'd feel if you lose your phone. Kevin, I'm sure if you lose your phone, it may not be to the tune of $20,000, but you would feel down.
Of course.
Sporty FM,
so you can imagine what a player who's lost a watch worth $20,000 will be feeling going into a game like this. So I'm just hoping that the psychology of the team is right. The players go into the game with no anger. They are relaxed and then they go and enjoy themselves. But again, should results not go too well, part of the behind the scenes will come into play. You need your players to focus before games like this. Now, if players are reporting burglaries, thefts like this, obviously, the camp will not be the same as it was when they started all of this. You understand? And so we just wish them well, and we hope that this doesn't disrupt them, and they are still focused to go into the game against Austria.
That game is 5 p.m. Ghana time. Before we leave, a few quick announcements. What I will say, though, is that we will keep you updated on everything that's happening with the Black Stars. Game time is 5 p.m. Now, if you're looking for great food to eat in a great spot, a good vibe and all, Delish Restaurant is there.